All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2022 CR 4248A, State of Texas versus Jose Angel Ruiz. Mr. Ruiz, if you come down, please. Could our parties announce for the record and counsel you on this side? If you could repeat that.
Mr. Ruiz.
Yes. No, the deputies wanted it changed for security issues. And are you Mr. Ruiz? All right, we're here on a motion to unseal documents, motions, and orders that were sealed. State, have you had a chance to review the defense's motion? All right. So defense is asking for.
First,
Sure.
make an objection to the use of the YouTube during this hearing.
All right, that's denied.
Your Honor, may I put my views on the record?
All right, do you have an order? I mean, sorry, do you have a motion?
I have a motion and an order.
All right, do you have a motion that's been filed? All right, so State, do you have any objection to an oral motion?
It's been heard. I believe there.
It hasn't been
some
heard. The
kind of-
motion to refuse. I'm sorry.
This issue has been heard. I believe there was a written motion previously, but it was ruled on. I don't have an objection to her re-urging her motion.
All right, you can re-urge your motion.
And Your Honor, it has never been heard. I asked to have you, Your Honor, I asked you to recuse yourself only for the purpose of the YouTube. That was the only reason I did it, and it was refused, but.
All right, and that was denied by a previous, by another judge, correct?
Yes, because I couldn't prove it under civil procedure. However, I'm requesting and objecting right now because my client has a presumption of innocence, which has been discouraged by showing him in prison clothes in front of a live audience of over maybe 1 million people. I don't know, but his presumption of innocence has been damaged because of this YouTube experience.
All right, that's denied.
Would my client sit in the jury box so he wouldn't be in front of the YouTube?
I mean, we're here on a motion, so he's here, or either he can sit at the table. He can either sit at the council table or he can stand here.
He can sit at the council table.
All right, so y'all go back and sit at council table. State, you've had a chance to review this motion?
Yes.
All right. State, do you have any motions that have been filed under seal?
Your Honor, the district attorney's office, we have not filed anything under seal. I cannot speak to whether there was maybe an outside party who was complying with the subpoena for the defense had sent out, but nothing as far as the state of Texas in our capacity from the district attorney's office has been filed under seal.
All right, so defense, who has filed motions under seal?
Don't know, Your Honor. I only have access to the public computer that the rest of the public has access to. It shows as sealed, 2 sealed documents with different numbers attached to them on October 31st. It includes also 2 sealed motions. Now, it's my understanding that my co-counsel, Ms. Efron, filed motions for payments for mitigation experts.
Microphone on, I could.
My co-counsel is Lorraine Efron, and she filed motions, I know, for fees for the various people that are attached to our case. And I'm
So,
reasonably sure that
just
was
one second.
October 31st.
Just one second. So let's start with this first one you're talking about. October 1st, 2023. Is that a motion that the defense filed that you want unsealed?
Not necessarily, when I found out it is a defense. Unfortunately, Your Honor, what we received on the computer, and I made copies for myself, not for anybody else. But when I received on the computer, mentions a motion and order filed. I don't know who files it. We don't always know. Miss Mitchell has been helpful as much as she can be, but I'm not sure. The reason for this particular motion to open unseal was because of when the plea was entered.
No. Let me stop you. This is my question. So October 31st, 2023, are you asking that that motion, whatever it be, even if it's a motion that was filed by the defense for your expert or whatever, you want it unsealed?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, do you have any objection to unsealing a motion that was filed on October 31st?
No.
And to the clerk, are you able to look and see who filed that motion?
No, Judge, only my supervisors.
Okay,
I don't have access to sealed motions.
all right. November 1st, 2023. State, is that your motion?
Sealed motion order, I don't know what it is.
No, that was not our motion.
Okay. November 15th, 2023. State, is that your motion?
No, Your Honor.
November 16th, 2023. Is that your motion?
No, Your Honor.
November 22nd, 2023. State, is that your motion? All right. And what other dates on here? Because you mentioned any other dates unknown to movement.
Well, I have at my wherefore paragraph, any other motions and orders in the interest of justice that are under seal. The reason for this is because during the plea of Katrina Mendoza, the co-defendant, on August 7th, after she entered her plea, you turned off the YouTube and you had a private conference with the defense counsel and state, and there's no record of it. And so I'm wondering, is there an order there somewhere? I don't know. I don't know what happened in that conference. YouTube was turned on again when your conference was over. And I don't know what went on with it.
Well, if people would have been in courtroom that day, they probably would have heard what went on. But you're asking for any other dates unknown to movement. You are not asking for orders for the any other dates, or are you?
Unseal any and all documents, motions, and orders in the interest of justice.
Right. So what I will do, state, if you have no objections, I will grant the motion to unseal the motions that she's asking to be unsealed. And I'll do an in-camera inspection because I don't know what these motions were sealed as to. I don't know if it's something that everyone is supposed to see or not, because I don't know what it is.
Your Honor, I just pulled up the co-defendant's cause number 2022 CR 4248B. And it looks like a lot of the dates she listed do correspond to what appears to be sealed motions in that case. So perhaps she's referring to, I believe the defense counsel is Todd McRae. I don't know if he needs to be here.
Yes, he would need to be here. If these are motions that you're asking to be unsealed and they're in the co-defendant's case and it's motions that that defense attorney has filed on behalf of their client, you may not be entitled to have those motions unsealed.
Is that a ruling, Your Honor, or are we going to have another hearing on this?
Oh, we're going to have a hearing and Mr. McRae will be here. And Mr. McRae may have an objection to the unsealing of motions that were filed in his case, perhaps by him, perhaps by the state. So this is the court's ruling with regards to the October 31st, 2023, November 1st, 2023, November 15th, 2023, November 16th, 2023, and November 22nd, 2023, and any other dates unknown to the movement. Court is rescinding any rulings that were made previously because the court assumed that these were documents that were filed in your client's cause number and not the co-defendant's cause number. So what will end up happening is the attorney in that case will be here, and that attorney can raise objections if he so chooses to having documents that he may have filed on behalf of his client and their cause number.
What I was quoting you was all their cause. It's the same cause number, it's just an A or B difference.
No, but here's the thing. If that defense attorney, Mr. McRae, filed sealed motions for his client, it may be experts for his clients, and he may not want those unsealed. And the question becomes whether or not you are allowed to unseal or have unsealed sealed motions that he has filed that, for example, if he hired an expert for his client and he does not want the state or you to know what the findings are of his experts, he has the right to keep that sealed. So he needs to be here to see if he has any objection. And I made my ruling previously thinking that these dates were dates that were under your cause number, but the state is telling me that these are dates under the co-defendant's cause numbers and not your own.
That's true.
Oh, well, then Mr. McCray needs to be here.
Probably for the next one as well. I'm asking for a copy of the PSI for Katrina Mendoza.
No, with regards to the PSI, Mr. McCray has no ability to object to your seeing the co-defendant's PSI. That is an order that you need to have heard to see if probation will allow you to view that.
I have to file another motion in order on that?
Yes.
Thank you. The other thing I'm asking for is a transcript of the witnesses that the state intends to call at time of trial.
What transcript?
Transcripts of the statements. The child who was a sister of our decedent Mercedes Lozoya is listed as a witness.
Well,
We'd like her a transcript of that, as well as anybody else they're going to call as a witness.
when you
Okay,
say
but-
transcript, was there a testimony or you're talking about them speaking to the police?
Voluntary statements.
All right, if they have statements, it should be in your discovery.
It's not just, did not get a copy at all of young Jordan's. She was 6 years old at the time. I believe she's about 8 now.
It's a forensic interview, Your Honor. The disc has been in the file. The state has given defense counsel actually, I brought the file down to court for multiple days for defense counsel to view with a separate clean computer.
Yes.
We've made it accessible.
But yes, technically they did, Your Honor, along with 3,000 plus other evidence of discovery. Personally, I put in close to $200 hours out of court, just me. Lorraine Efron has a whole nother bunch of hours. Out of that, I would like to request a transcript of Jordan's, rather than just her testimony, a transcript of it, the voluntary statement.
All right, so let me ask you this. This statement made, this alleged statement, was it made in English?
It's made in English.
All right, then you all need to view it. The state has given you opportunity to view it. I know that in this court, and if I'm wrong, correct me, I think during the holiday, I want to say November Thanksgiving, I had the deputies have your client brought over and for you all to watch the video. So I'm not ordering them to transcribe a video. You need to watch it with your client. And the court has made the courtroom accessible for you all to do that. I'm not going to order them to have somebody transcribe a video that is in English.
Your Honor, excuse me, but we were never presented in court, and I thank you for the time you did give us, but for over 3,000 bits of discovery, which is it's 2 inches thick. When we ultimately file our 3914 motion, when we ultimately file, it's about 2 inches thick. We did get to see videos. We got to see certain statements. We never got to see Jordan's. We have to go to the office to see that. I'm requesting an actual transcript of her voluntary.
All right,
statement.
that's going to be denied for them to do a transcript. Deputy Mejia, is he able to come over here Wednesday to view a video? They will bring him over Wednesday to view a video.
Of Jordan.
There's multiple. I can bring them all over.
All right.
In particular, that one.
She just wants Jordan's. Is that correct?
That's fine.
No.
Had an opportunity to view the statements.
Now, my question is, do you just want them to bring Jordan's statement over?
That's fine. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so she just wants Jordan. And Mr. Ruiz will bring you back Wednesday and you can see the video.
And one other thing, Your Honor, you referred, because I wasn't in this case until a year after it began. And I would like to get a copy of judge's notes in the file with your permission.
Sure, here's the docket sheet. The notes are on there. And this
It's
record
not
is
the
public.
same as, excuse me, Your Honor, I don't believe it's the same as the actual notes that are in the file.
This is the entire file. This is the court's, this file here. This is the court's file. I don't have anything else.
You
If
didn't
it's
write
not in this
anything?
file, it doesn't exist.
There's nothing written in the file, in other words. It's all on that.
It's the docket sheet. I write everything down on the docket sheet, and any orders or motions or any letters that have been received from the jail by your client, it's in here. This is the court's file.
So if I can get a copy of that, you're talking about.
Oh,
the
we're
docket
not,
sheet.
here's the thing. We're not going to have the copy machine at back and use the copy machine for you to make copies on this. You're more than welcome to write down whatever you want to write down from it. You're more than welcome to do that.
Can I send somebody to do that? Or can I send a records copier company to come and copy that?
Here's the issue with that. This is a legal document. This document, this file, the custodian of this file, technically and legally, is the district clerk's office. So you would have to clear that with the district clerk office if they would let some outside party come in, take this file apart and get copies of it.
But in there is the year before I was appointed. It has all the comments that the court made. Is that correct?
What is in here is what is in here.
February 7th was the arrest date. It's the date of Mercedes' death. I was appointed and actually activated in April 2nd. There's that whole year took place. Lorraine was replaced by Debbie Burke, who was hired and then withdrew. Mrs. Burke was involved for 9 months. I don't know what happened during that time. I don't know what orders the court made. I don't want to run afoul of anything.
It is on the docket sheet, and any motions that were filed that are not under seal are in this file. And any orders that were heard are in this file. If it's not in this file, that means that it's not in this file and no order was heard.
Okay, thank you. And can I have the same access to Katrina Mendoza's file?
I'm not in charge.
Technically, they're all.
Here's the thing, and I want people to hear me clearly because maybe I'm not communicating properly. These files are the court's files. And when I say court's file, I don't mean they're Stephanie Boyd's files. I mean, these are the files to the 187 District Court. The custodian over these files are the district clerk. If anybody wants some inside party to come in to copy this file, you need to speak to the district clerk about it and see whether or not they are allowed to come in to make a copy of the file. I am not the custodian of the records of the file. Do I write things in the file on the docket sheet? Yes, I do, but I'm not the custodian of records. So if you want to bring some third party in to make a copy of John Doe's file, Amy Doe's file, whoever it may be, that needs to be cleared with the district clerk's office because they are the custodian of records of these files. I am not.
Okay.
And what I can tell you is the normal practice in this court, if there is a hearing held, if I give a ruling on something, I write it on the docket sheet. That's where we are.
That would be all. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Ferguson. All right.
We need another hearing date.
Does anyone have any objection to the court calling Todd McRae, see if he answers, so that we can have a setting on whether or not he has any objections to the motions in his client's case that were sealed being open or unsealed?
I have no objection.
I have no objection.
All right. So we can go off the record. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this case because I know our jury trial is coming up in March.
Well,
So we're going to come back on February 20th to hear your motion to unseal.
what time, Your Honor? May I ask?
9.
Is that a realistic time, Your Honor? Or
It is if everybody is here on time. If everybody's not on time, then no.
Thank you.
But I will be here at 9.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll do February 20th at 9.
And Wednesday, we can come.
Wednesday, they're
Is there
going
a
to
docket
bring
that day?
they're going to bring the video down of Jordan and you'll be able to see that.
Thank you.
And I'll bring another clean laptop.
Hmm?
A laptop that doesn't have any other outside applications.
so I can't copy.
No, no.
All right, I tried.
And just so everybody knows, on Wednesday,